ISAKA is an independent, non-profit global association. ISAKA engages in the development, adoption, and use of globally accepted, industry-leading knowledge and practices for information systems. This year, ISAKA is celebrating its 50-year anniversary. ISAKA Kenya is also marking a milestone. It has been 20 years since ISAKA Kenya was officially granted a charter. ISAKA offers various certifications for professionals. One of these is the CISA certification. CISA stands for Certified Information Systems Auditor. It shows that the holder can ensure an organization's IT and business systems are monitored, managed, and protected. It is designed for IT auditors, audit managers, consultants, and security professionals. In Kenya, circa 1998, Preston Odera, Jonah Owiti, GERALD KASIMU, and other like-minded individuals were seeking these very skills to further their careers in the field of IT systems auditing.
My name is Preston Odera. I'm the founder of the ISAKA Kenya chapter, board member, membership director, and now I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the ISAKA Kenya chapter, where I run the secretariat on behalf of the board. I was a regional coordinator for Total, covering 9 African countries, and in that it meant that I have IT managers in 9 countries where I would go and find that auditors were auditing computer systems, and then I could see lack of knowledge in actually auditing computer systems, and in that I felt that there needed to be extra skills for these auditors. At one time when I was in Paris, I came across a magazine, and in that magazine there was ISAKA. So when I saw it, I got interested, and I wrote to ISAKA International that I see that you offer one of the certifications, which is the Certified Information Systems Auditor, which is CISA. And I wrote to them that how could we do the same exam in East Africa and in Nairobi in particular. And they wrote back and said that for us to do the exam, they gave the number, and we could also start a chapter. And to start a chapter, we needed 12 to form a chapter in Kenya.
My name is Jonah Owiti. I've been a member of ISAKA since 1998. I'm a past membership director, the president of ISAKA, certification coordinator, and I'm the current chief trainer of ISAKA Kenya chapter. I'm a platinum member, having joined in 1998. That's a long time. Starting of ISAKA was really quite something, because I remember the ISAKA International introduced me to Preston, me having written to ISAKA International to see if I could start make Nairobi an examination center. And the history of this was basically out of fear, because when my employer in 1997 told me then that I had to be a CISA to be promoted. So they took me down to South Africa to take the exam in June of 1998. And while out there, when I left the exam room, I thought I'd failed. So when I came back, that's the reason I wrote. And they wrote back to me and said, well, you don't have to make it just an exam center. You can also make it a chapter. And they gave me the various, what I needed to do to get it done. And then they said, meanwhile, there's somebody here who also wrote to us, the name Preston, and they gave me the number. Those days you didn't have cell phones, they were just landline. And we were eventually able to meet with Preston, and you can imagine how funny it was, because we didn't know each other, and then you get to a stage where you say, what are you wearing? So that when you meet, you can be able to pick the person out of the crowd. It was a very interesting thing. And it happened that we are working for competitors, both of us working for real companies, and we are on the same street. So we say, okay, I'm leaving now. The president said, I'm leaving now. So when you say, you look at somebody, look familiar, then you start smiling, he smiled, then you say, are you President? They are Jonah. And that was it. And I thought that was a very funny funny thing that time. And eventually, of course, we wrote to the big six that time. And they were the first one to respond was actually Ernst & Young. And eventually they gave us their boardroom. That's how we started. And initially, Preston and I were able to get 6 more people. So we started off with a group of 8.
I am GERALD partner and head of advisory in KPMG in East Africa. I have been a member of ISAKA for about 20 years plus. A number of colleagues and I were started providing some IT audit services to clients in this market in the late 90s, and sometime in 1998 we stumbled upon the CISA qualification. So we started doing some research and came across ISAKA in the US. We then started interacting with ISAKA in the US, and in a period of about a few weeks and months, we then became aware that there were a number of other people in Kenya who had also shown an interest in ISAKA. And interestingly, back in the time, we then came across John Awiti, yourself, Preston. There was a gentleman at EY, Rim Kostja, Teresa Mwangi from EABL, Stephen Denge, who was at KPMG at the time. And then we got together and started discussing the possibility of getting together as a community. And that is how ISAKA Kenya chapter was born in 1999. Essentially, working together with that group of people, we then started putting together plans to formalize the registration of an ISAKA chapter. And we interacted with ISAKA in the US. We put together a small committee, and by end of 1999, we got our charter as an ISAKA chapter in Kenya. And I was very actively involved in those discussions, leading to the establishment of the chapter. So I proudly became a founding member.
With the expert tutelage from the founding members, ISAKA Kenya has grown from its initial 8 members to over 1,500. ISAKA Kenya is now led by a new generation of professionals that is eager to continue and even further the efforts of the founding members. It is ranked as the best performing chapter in Africa.
My name is Raymond Bet. I'm the current ISAKA Kenya chapter president. So as the most active chapter in Africa, and this is a good achievement because out of the 17 chapters that we have in Africa, we are really doing well as a Kenya chapter. And I think one of the most important aspects that we have is that we have a very engaged membership. These are members who attend our events, they attend our conferences, our trainings, our evening talks. So we have a very engaged membership. And this arises because we have items that really reach out to our members. Things that relate to the current affairs, things that relate to their day-to-day job activities. So we respond to the activities as a chapter, and this is what is keeping us engaged. But even in addition to that, we have a very committed members who are volunteers, either as board members, and these are people who are able to drive the chapter forward. They commit their time, and this ensures that we are able to drive the agenda of the chapter forward. And even in addition, we have a secretariat that serves our members and ensures that we continue to have a very good relationship. We respond to our membership queries as and when they occur, and we are able to address them at their time of need. So that gives us the leverage as a chapter to make sure that we continue to be the best, and that's what we want to continue even over the last 20 years that we've done, but even more important as we move forward to the future years ahead.
I'm Anthony Muyoro, Vice President of ISAKA Kenya chapter. I'm also the cybersecurity leader for EY East Africa. The insights non-ISAKA members should actually know about is that ISAKA Kenya chapter gives you an opportunity to connect to a community of like-minded individuals in areas of IT audit, governance, as well as cybersecurity, and this helps you become relevant and have relevant conversations around the areas. It also gives you an opportunity to learn and to grow and nurture and develop your career as you'd want to grow in those fields. My message to non-members is if you want to be part of a professional body that's relevant, focused, and very accurate on matters cybersecurity, IT governance, and IT audit, ISAKA is the professional body you need to belong to. Why? We give you access to materials, training opportunities, and opportunities to grow yourself and also to network with like-minded individuals who are going to help you also navigate through your career journey and also sort out some challenges that you may experience in the field.
ISAKA is actively working to empower women in the STEM fields. That is why ISAKA started the SheLeadsTech Program to increase the representation of women in technology roles and the tech workforce.
My name is Doreen Nalo. I am the SheLeadsTech Liaison for ISAKA Kenya Chapter. I also work for Ernst & Young as a manager. I work with clients to manage their digital transformation. So ISAKA Kenya Chapter is celebrating 20 years this year. The participation of women has been pretty low, and that is what has led to ISAKA Global coming up with this program called SheLeadsTech. The main purpose of this program is to encourage and empower women to be able to take up positions in technology spaces, as well as just increase generally the number of women in the technology workforce. So the first thing we intend to do is to raise awareness, create spaces where we can share our stories with the objective of inspiring and encouraging other women to take up careers in STEM. The next thing we intend to do is to prepare ourselves for leadership positions. And this we intend to do through training and upskilling ourselves on our skills so that we not only add value in our workplaces and work environment, but are also able to take up and deliver in leadership positions in technology.
Training of new members and students is a critical function of the organization. Ensuring that the skills required in the field of IT auditing are imparted to the next generation is key to the longevity of ISAKA.
My name is Paula Musuva Keegan, and I'm the Academic Relations Coordinator for ISAKA Kenya. The favorite part of being the Academic Relations Coordinator, and the thing that excites me most, is working with students. I just love their energy, their passion, their aspirations for their career, and I get to participate in shaping that future for them. So we have a strategic plan in terms of how we want to grow the ISAKA Kenya chapter in the next 3 to 5 years. And one of our targets is to have at least 20% of our membership being students, and growing that even to recent graduates who've just left the universities and embarking on their career. The other thing is that we also hope to grow our thought leadership on current issues and being able to shape the voice in terms of what is being discussed about the things that are affecting our profession. And we also want to increase the uptake of ISAKA resources in the instruction and teaching and learning in our universities.
My name is CYNTHIA CHEBET, and I'm a ISAKA student member. My experience of being an ISAKA student member is one that is fresh and enriching. I've got to network a lot, and it's been very beneficial to me. Influenced me in that it's been a practical avenue for me. Given being a student and the theoretical part of class, it has really shaped how I access more items that are more practical, webinars, and given the fact that I'm transitioning from being a student into the workplace, it has really opened up my eyes to more practical skills that I was currently doing the theoretical part of it.
ISAKA Kenya is 20 years. It has been a wonderful journey. Congratulations to the founding members that had the vision to start this great chapter, and to the current members that are driving ISAKA Kenya forward. Here is to many more years.